Scorpio, welcome to your moving on reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Before we get started, Christina, where did you get that awesome shirt? Thank you, subscriber. I made it. And you can wear it too. Links below. Yes, thank you so much once more for your fantastic support. Every now and again, I have to remind myself to, hey, Christina, perhaps you should plug your own shit. So here we go. This is my number one seller on the online store. I'm glad people love it. It's one of my favorites too. Yes, tarot, crystals, candles, coffee, cussing. It's a classic. But yeah, links below for all the merch stuff. And just as a reminder, your donations as well as your merch store purchases, they all 100% support the channel and its many functions. So I thank you. Like always, it's a pleasure doing business with you. And Scorpio, as always, remains my strongest supporter. So I do hope you've had a chance to enjoy our full moon. That was, in effect, May 4th or 5th, depending on where you are in the world. And then also that fabulous lunar eclipse energy. I hope you had fun. Now, let's talk about moving on, guys. I briefly introduced it, the concept of it, in the last couple of round of messages. Let me explain to you what's going on. At this time, I anticipate to rotate moving on fairly often, such as I do with the Celtic Cross, yours and theirs, Intimate Tarot, etc. And I'll tell you why. Love energies are very, very strong. And I thank you all so much trusting me with your more intricate, intimate love energies. Okay, I am an in-depth reader. And I try in as much as I am capable to explore those love energies. The individuals, the other persons, the connections, past love energies, trying to understand what happened, when, where, why, how. I adore that. I always will. So again, thank you for trusting me with those particular energies. However, the love energies can be so terribly, terribly dominant. They can take over individualized readings that are intended to be focused on the self, such as Celtic Cross or the monthly overview. And knowing that, having been a regular observation, I decided to go ahead and devise a board specifically to focus on the self. Okay? Calling it moving on. And guys, it does not have to be love-centric. We got to get out of that box. We have whole lives ahead of us. And moving on is meant to be exactly that. Moving on, moving forward. I'm at point A. I want to get to point B. We need to look at everything in between. Are we on track? Are we off track? What's going on? We have things in mind that we need to do. And yes, some of us want to move on from the heartbreak, for sure. But others of us want to move on in our career goals, our life goals, that kind of thing. Changing up our energy, becoming more transformative, more self-aware. And that's what moving on is about. Having said that, they're going to be, possibly for some folks, not the most popular reading types, and I'll tell you why. Typically, what do I say, guys? Take it resonates, leave it does not. And sometimes there's that reverse energies as it applies. I'm not saying that this time. So by all means, this may not be your reading. Just because it says Scorpio in the title doesn't mean it's for you. So do take what resonates, leave what does not. But there are no energy reversals. There will be no them, no they, no external validating circumstance that suggests it's that's fault or that person's fault. It's strictly the self. So this is going to be what you call intensive tarot. All right? I'm going to see faults for the self, but I'm also going to see strengths and advantages for the self too. But no external validation. Don't get me wrong. It's like, that person's an asshole. That's the reason why I hit my job right there. Okay. That's life circumstance. Sure. Question is, how are we reacting to it? What are we doing about it? Are we allowing ourselves to stay stuck in it? What is our decision-making process? What are the feeling processes? So again, all about the self. All right? So if this is not your thing, I'll see you in a couple weeks, yeah? No offense taken. Let's get into it. This is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. We will help Scorpio at this time to move on or move forward in their goals. What will assist a Scorpio in moving on and moving forward in their goals, please? Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. Okay? Sometimes we get that smorgasbord of feelings, and there's many of them. Sometimes they feel like they're running rampant. Which one do I focus on? Okay, sometimes it feels like we have a wave of emotions crashing on us and we don't know which or where to even start. I know, one by one, Okay? Feeling by feeling. They're all real. They're all valid. Allow yourself to feel those things that are terribly uncomfortable, or sometimes it feels overwhelming. You have to create that space for you in order to properly examine those feelings, even the ones that make you cringe, especially the ones that make you cringe. Those are the ones we need to allow to pass through. Okay, feel them, understand where they're coming from, how they're affecting us. Okay, more so in that process of, I need to move forward, and my feelings around this subject or circumstance are difficult. Allow them to come through, okay? And that way you'll have a better idea of how to move forward and process things. All right, let's get on into it. Show me, Scorpio, please, in their process of moving on. Moving forward, moving on, moving forward, moving on, moving forward, moving on, moving forward. For Scorpio, moving on and moving forward, please. For Scorpio, goals, aspirations, strengths, weaknesses, objectives. What's going on, please? Show me, Scorpio, please. Step 1, have strength. Step 1, and moving forward in our goals. Step 1, where do we begin? Have strength. Strength of will, strength of character. Allowing yourself to really face some of those more difficult emotions. Okay, the ones that really need our attention, the ones that we want to give the least attention is the one we need to give the most attention to at this time. That's the Scorpio I'm speaking to. Step 1, take strength. Okay, feelings that you need to confront. 4 swords. The idea is, I've been trying to heal, but am I doing a good job of it? Am I on track? Okay, we need to look more at that. Some of you are not giving yourself the space, as I said. 4 swords. Some of you have been actively avoid going within, taking time out to rest, to heal, and to really look at those thoughts. Sword is still thought, but also in that process, your feelings too, okay? Hidden energies. The Emperor, what's influencing you at all times? You're stronger than you know. And perhaps sometimes your energy can be very dominating. Sometimes when you get into that place of feeling weak, you know, I'm feeling weaknesses. In that respect of I have healing to do, and there's feelings in there that are uncomfortable and or confrontational. Sometimes I can use my Emperor energy to ignore that, to clamp down on it. Does it suggest you have a strong will? Of course. Are some of you feeling the need, okay, at an impulse level to control your feelings instead of confronting them? For some of you, yes. So it's wonderful to have a strong will, and it's wonderful to stand into your power, unless we're using our Emperor incorrectly. We shall see. But it is with you, all right? Some of you actually have some very strong fire in your chart, particularly Aries, Leo. Okay, qualities that give you strength. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Hanged Man. This is when we want to have active Hanged Man, not passive. In other words, purposely giving ourselves the space to time out, to tune out, to see things from a different perspective. That is what active Hanged Man is. He serves a purpose. We're not just supposed to withdraw. We need to look at things from a different perspective. That's what his job is. So give yourself that space. I know you can. Hanged Man is in your qualities. One of the MOs, the traits of Scorpio personality is that we naturally have an inclination to withdraw when we need to process difficult things. And some of you have been avoiding your natural withdrawal process. I know, as a collective, one of the first things that people who are not Scorpio criticize us of is that you withdraw, you get quiet. Why do you do that? It's our process. And some of you have been, actively avoiding that process. And I know you can do it. I know you can. It's here not once but twice. You need to get into that space. Critical lessons you need to learn about moving forward is that there are new opportunities that are there. There are new opportunities that are afforded to you. What the Ace of Pentacles looks like, I don't know. We will clarify. But they're real and they're legit and they're honest. You have new opportunities before you. Okay? And I think many of you crave new opportunities, but you have to know that. And in order for you to see those new opportunities, you need to process things that you have been avoiding. Yes? Future pathways, the Star. You are in that realm. You are on that bleeding edge, honey, of moving your life forward into a positive pathway. The Star. That could be anything to you, honey. That's a far-reaching vision. It takes work, it takes effort, but it's inspirational for that reason. Okay. Some people navigate by the sun, and that's a beautiful thing. Personally, I gravitate towards the star. It's much more personalized and it takes more work, but it's that much more authentic for that reason. The star, hope, desires, dreams, that which we reach for. It's there. It's available. And for some of you, it represents a brand new opportunity, that which you gravitate towards. At this time, I see you leaning very heavily of getting into that new pathway of something that has a vision attached to it that is beautiful, strong, viable. But there's some processing that needs to be done. You have to know that you want it. Okay. Other than that, I think you have very strong potential. But there is something in your reading here that strongly suggests and asks you to go within and process what you need to so you can see the new opportunities there. Okay. Before you in the new path is a star. That's beautiful. It could be love. It could be work. I don't know. I do know it's available to you, or it will be soon. Let's start here with strength. Why do you need strength? Okay. I strongly suspect it has to do with unprocessed work. Strength, please. Step 1. How to begin. Moving on. You need strength of will. Show me why. Why does Scorpio need strength of will in order to move on and move forward? Why does Scorpio need strength to move forward? Show me that strength, please. Show me that. Nine of Wands. You've been resisting it. Death. You, the Emperor. Oh, okay. Okay. The Emperor here is in your influencing energies. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to need strength to override some of the things that your Emperor, you have a very strong will, no doubt. Scorpio is, as we are. We are strong-willed and we are passionate. Okay. And some of you have been using your strength of will to block your processes, to transform, to accept something is over. I'm saying it more as transformative. Some of you have been resisting transformation, which again is one of our natural highest ranking superpowers, is transformation. I say it all the time. We would prefer to transform than to just kill things or to just end them. And some of you have been blocking your own personal transformation and you're using your Emperor to do it. So when he's not used correctly, the Emperor can stand firm in his power and double down on negative behavior. And that's what I'm saying here. You will need strength to override this sense of control you have. You want to move forward. You want to move on. And it's requiring you to look at difficult things, specifically your feelings, in order to do this. And you've been adamant about it. You've been adamant about resisting your own transformative process. The Phoenix is asking very much to be reborn from its ashes. You have not allowed yourself to alight in flame so that you might be reborn from those ashes. It's something that you have been avoiding. And you're saying it's going to take strength of will for me to confront myself on these things. I know I've been delaying in my transformation. I know I have been delaying in kind of bolstering my energy in a positive new direction. I want you to show me why. Why are you resisting it so much? The feelings we need to confront, the Four of Swords. Have you taken the necessary time out to give yourself that space and introspection to feel what you need to feel and transform those feelings so that they might work for you? Again, this is our superpower. Methinks not. You have a very strong will in you, and it's kind of like if I resist the harder emotions, I'll be fine. Well, you can be fine, or you could be better than. You could be on a new pathway, a promising one. But the more we block our natural processes, the more and more those opportunities begin to fade. Okay? Show me that Four of Swords, please. Feelings you need to confront. Again, many of you have been avoiding your natural retreat processes. Not everybody has to understand it. They don't need to. You owe an explanation to no one. We have to withdraw. People see it as a negative. I see it as a positive because I know what it does for us. You can't transform without you being in touch with you. And sometimes that means withdrawing. Okay? Four of Swords, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, the Empress. Yeah. Yeah. If you were able to listen to yourself, okay, your energy's kind of raring to go and be, well, you in its highest form. Right now you're using your Emperor energy, I believe, to keep you from processing what you need to. Moving on, transforming. Some of you feel stuck, but also I need to be in control. And we do have that control side. Very much so. All fixed signs do. It's associated with Scorpio and I think Taurus the most, but we have this inherent need to control things, particularly when our emotions are too big. I got news for you. When you allow yourself to rest, if you get to that space, you will see that your energy very much wants to go into a different direction. Another form of self-empowerment. One that is beautiful, relaxed, excited, and is meeting its fullest potential. Someone who is secure, lovely, productive, loving. Okay? She is, of course, the divine counterpart to the Emperor. So right now you're in Emperor mode. Your energy would like to soften up, very much so, and feel remarkable energy once more. And you avoiding going into quiet time or withdrawing to get in touch with your emotions has not allowed you to access this. It's right here. It's right here. One of the beautiful things of transformation is that you take the negative things, the things that you've been blocking, you look at it, you address it, you confront yourself with it. And the more you do that, the more you can slip into the energy that you actually want to be in. But you won't know that until you go into your quiet space. What are the feelings I've been trying to control, to tamp down, act like they don't bother me, or that it doesn't hurt me, etc.? Some of you do not want to get into that space. And yet, if you do, you will be surprised at what you discover's in there. This is where I've been. I've been blocking things. I've been trying to be strong-willed about it. I'm a little more exhausted than I'm allowing myself to believe or let on. And that's the thing about that Nine of Wands, honey. It's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So you have been blocking your own transformation for a while and you're exhausted, but at the same time it gives you a sense of control, right? Even if it's a false sense of control. Let's get on over here to that Emperor. Let's see what he's trying to clamp down on so hard. Okay? Show me the Emperor, please. Your influencing energies. I see what your Emperor's been getting up to. I want to know why. Show me the Emperor, please. And yet, there is so much beauty within you that wants to be softer, more carefree, much more carefree, but also secure. Here's that carefree energy, but also beautiful, self-interested, devoted to one's principles and morals, secure. Show me the Emperor, please. Show me the Emperor, please. Your energy wants to pick up in a brand new direction. Fiery, but also secure in true self-empowerment, not just control. That's what it is. That's why your Emperor was out. You have been struggling with healing. You have been struggling with healing. I wanted to know why your Emperor keeps trying to control things and is keeping you from transforming. Why is that Emperor so invested in keeping the Phoenix from being the Phoenix? If you're not familiar with the Scorpio energy, let's say you're relatively new to all this, the Scorpio is actually depicted in several forms. The Scorpion is the most well known, and it is also associated with the eagle, as in flight. And then also the Phoenix. Again, the concept of transformation. All right? Willingly lighting ourselves to a certain fire so that we might be reborn from the ashes, stronger than we once were. And that requires self-sacrifice. In that sense of I have to do something really, really hard in order to achieve higher heights. Okay, we are the sign most equipped to deal with this. Which is why we tolerate pain so well, and we tolerate it a little too long. It's no easy thing. And that's exactly what you're showing me here. This is why your Emperor is out. The Emperor has uncomfortable feelings within him that says, I'm hurt, and it's taking forever to heal. Do you want to know what? This is literally taking forever to heal. Patience, time, healing. Knights of Pentacles, slow. Five of Cups, pain. Pain for love of the past. Cups that have been spilt. Doesn't have to be significant others, guys. It's anyone who's disappointed you to the point of pain. That's anybody. I'm not looking into it. I don't need to. Everything I need to see is right here. Okay? The reason why it's taking you so long, quote unquote, to get over this pain is because the Emperor keeps trying to control your most imperative function. Transformation. To really allow yourself to feel the feelings. You have not, the Scorpio I'm looking at today, you have not done your retreat process. You have not done your withdrawal from the world. So you can process and honor your emotions appropriately. Not because of what others think, it's because of what you don't want to feel. That's why it's taking so long to get over this. Okay? Whatever that is. And yet, if you did, look at your reward. You will see this energy go from uptight, I have to be in control, I don't want to feel those feelings, I've been resisting them. Why is it taking so long to heal, by the way? Come on, I'm Emperor Man. Why is it taking so long to heal? Huh? Well, you're blocking your own natural processes. That's why it's taking you, or you're going to require strength as step one to allow yourself to heal, is to admit that you need to. And if you do, you would see your energy conversion is quite high. Hard, controlling. Don't want to feel things too. I actually feel very secure. I feel beautiful in my energy, and I feel like I could go out there once more. Kind of like with arms wide open. Look at that fantastic energy. The openness, the freeness, and the security and true self-empowerment. The Emperor does a good job at being self-empowered until we use him for wrong, in which case he's just a control freak. Scorpio and control freak. Who ever heard of that? Qualities that give you strength. That pause. The suspension of judgment. Specifically the suspension of judgment for what you are experiencing. Why are you being so hard on yourself for feeling hard feelings? If you're a matured Scorpio, you should know this is part of your process. Stop trying to control it. Allow it to flow. Yes, you will feel the pain, but you're overdue from actually really feeling the pain, examining it, seeing where it comes from and how it's affecting you, and it's also keeping you from moving forward. Do what you are built to do. It is part of your natural instinct. If you need to shut away from the world for 2, 3, 4 days and have yourself a little cry fest, do it. You owe no one an explanation. No one. But you are going to owe yourself an explanation if you don't take care of yourself and do what it is that you need to do. The Hanged Man. The qualities that give you strength. It's there. It's there. You are feeling very much the need to retreat. And I don't just mean not spending time out and being social. I don't mean that crap. I mean you just keeping you to yourself. Okay? Doing what you need to do, seeing what you need to see, learning what you need to learn, feeling what you need to feel. I know you're familiar with the process, but for some reason you've been blocking this one hardcore. That tells me, yes, out of respect, just how painful this situation is. But you also, Scorpio honey, can't turn around and say, why is it taking so long? You know why it's taking so long. You won't allow yourself to fully immerse in it. I get it. It's painful, baby. But if you expect to feel love and joy again, You got to go through that rodeo circus of allowing yourself to feel and process the pain too. Okay? Oh, it's not fun. The Hanged Man, Eight of Swords, you have been refusing to see it. Ace of Wands, and yet your energy wants so much to pick up in a different direction. There it is. You want the new, but you haven't done the background work yet to appreciate that you want new. You understand? You're energetically speaking, the Scorpio I'm looking at today, you want new. It's a desire in there. And what keeps you from it is that you are keeping you, from doing what it is that you need to do. It's in there. I've seen the promise of it a couple of times. Energetic improvement, new opportunities, things to look forward to, new investments, new star pathways, they're all here. It's more than a hint, honey. It's not subtle. It is actually quite large. It's a little bit more than subtle hints that it could be this, it could be that in future for you. It's all but guaranteed. But so long as you refuse to see the strength of you going into Hanged Man, going into Four of Swords, because I'm going to look at uncomfortable shit and feel uncomfortable shit, the more you deny yourself seeing these opportunities. You don't see new opportunities as new opportunities until you are in the energy to appreciate them for what they are. People will experience new opportunities and fresh energy all the time, okay? But they won't experience them that way. I was like, you know what, that's interesting, but it's probably not going to XYZ. And then we start turning it down because our energy isn't prepared. Spiritually, we're not prepared. Emotionally, we're not prepared to actually accept that opportunity for what it is. We'll see it as one more thing that can hurt us or disappoint us or put us in another bad state, instead of seeing it with positive, fresh eyes and positive, fresh energies. Okay? Are there opportunities floating around you? Oh, yes. Are you dying for an energy conversion? Yes, you are. And if you allow yourself to go into that energy conversion, then you're going to start seeing and feeling the new. You're going to start seeing and feeling things differently, specifically about yourself. Okay? But yeah, no, it's all here. Your energy's been marked multiple times with this is where you are, and look what could be before you, but you have to be willing to see it. Stop denying yourself the opportunity to go within. You're overdue for transformation, honey. And here's what's interesting. You are waiting to be healed, honey. You are begging to be healed. But there is a part of you that really wants to control this. And instead of allowing it to flow, you really want to control it, like it doesn't hurt or I don't have to address that. It's been done. I can see it's been done. Five of Cups is pain of the past. And slap some temperance on there and the Knights of Pentacles, I can see it's been done. You having processed it, however, not so much. And given the potential I see for you, don't you think it would be worth going within? Feeling all the nasties and the uglies and learning from it? Seems to me it's worth it. Ace of Pentacles, critical lessons that you need to learn. Show me that Ace of Pentacles, please. Show me that Ace of Pentacles, please. Show me that Ace of Pentacles, please. Lessons that need to be learned. Lessons that need to be learned. Lessons that need to be learned. Lessons that need to be learned, please, for Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. King of Wands. There it is again. Page of Swords. Lessons that need to be learned. Your energy very much wants to be confident and passionate, turned on, fluid, easier, but you feel weighed down. Ten of Wands, and that's because your energy is rocking a Page of Swords. In other words, it's too small to execute the concept of new. What have we been talking about this whole time? The potential for positive energy conversion for you is real. So are new opportunities. And what was I just saying? If you do not give yourself the space to properly heal and to navigate those negative emotions, you will never see those opportunities for what they are. That Page of Swords will be too small and immature to see everything, and you're going to interpret everything as a burden instead of an opportunity if you don't allow yourself to feel better about you. Okay, we're going to continue to block opportunities or see them as a pain in the ass or not take them seriously, despite the fact that your energy is dying to be somewhere else, to be involved in something else. Work too. Work, not just love, honey, work, everything. So this is a lesson we need to learn here. The more we delay this, the more we just delay opportunities for ourselves to expand in the right ways. It's remarkably straightforward today. Future paths before you. You have a star, hope, desire, long-reaching vision. Show me that star, please. It is before you, and I see opportunities available to you. You may not see them as opportunities. You may not be excited for them, even though you energetically would like to be. And you keep asking yourself, why am I not excited by this? Why am I not seeing this as an opportunity? It's probably no good. I'll tell you why. You yourself have given yourself no reason to be excited. How can you? You're still rocking negative emotional attachment for something that was probably over a long time ago. It's not an accusation, honey. I see where you're at point A, and I see what your B is. And also I see what is potentially a C. A, B, C. The B you're aware of, the C not so much. And I don't want you to miss them, especially when they come floating right across your face, in front of your eyeballs, across your radar. I don't want that. You're so close. You are so close. But you got to get that emperor to come down, man. It's going to take you strength of will to get out of your own emperor's way. That is how used he is to standing up and blocking the Scorpio I'm looking at. That is how used he is to standing up and blocking your transformative process. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. It's going to also make you uncomfortable, and you're going to like it even less when in the future you look back at the opportunities you may have missed while remaining stuck in this energy. So think of that and future consequences. What am I missing out on now because I'm still in a bad space? I'm not allowing myself to heal. Okay? Obviously, we don't want that. I want what's best for you, not what's worse for you. And you're so close. You are so damned close. There's that energy pickup you want again. Dear goodness me. That's what I'm talking about. So on your future pathway, I really want you to get oriented regarding your transformation. Something that and it looks like it's something very specific that caused you pain, but it's also been done. You know logically that it's done. Emotionally, it's not done because you refuse to process it. It hurts. I get it. And then you turn around and say, Scorpio, why is this taking so long to clean up? Get it together, Scorpio. Double down on that emperor. Become more of a control freak about your emotions. That should do it. No, it's making things worse. You have been advised multiple times to stop, withdraw, go within, get new perspective, feel your feelings. You owe an explanation to no one except you. Everything begins with the self. You want to know why you're having such a hard time seeing new opportunities or having fresher, better, brighter energy? It's because you're not allowing yourself to see what's going on. And I promise you, you energetically, emotionally, and mentally are worth getting your shit together with. And I'll tell you why. Something's coming up for you that's incredibly powerful. And you've already shown me a couple of positions already where, yes, there are new opportunities here, and you dismiss every single one of them, despite the fact that you want new. The idea of new lights you up, but then you also dismiss it. You can't take it seriously, or you see it too much as a pain in the ass. I got something bigger for you coming up. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Okay. Try dismissing a star, the Sun, Justice, and the Queen of Wands. I don't know what that is to you, but legitimately, you look deliriously happy, or you have the potential to. Your future path, I have a gorgeous balance of the sun and the stars, and I rarely get to see that. That's a beautiful balance. Absolutely balanced. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Where your passionate, fiery, confident energy is on point and it looks like it's reciprocated in some way. Possibly with someone. I don't want you to miss this. You just pulled 2 majors on a major. That fire energy in you that I've seen multiple times, that's dying to come out. Your positive energy, your fluid energy, confidence, momentum. Looking good too. Sure, why not? I've saw it multiple times. Here. Here. Yeah, some strong fire in you, I believe. This is fantastic. I feel good, directional. I'm on a certain path in this life energy, and it doesn't look singular. So by all means, pass up an Ace of Pentacles. Okay. You're not really feeling your Ace of Wands yet, but you'd like to. Okay. I don't know when this is coming up, but it's on your future timeline. And I want you to be in a position to accept it. Do I see you looking good in the future and feeling good and feeling balanced? Oh, yes. Is it a loan structure? I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it's a loan structure. But this is the outcome of your achievements if you go and you allow yourself to go through the transformative process. How long it will take, I don't know. I know what you're saying, but I've been waiting. Waiting's not enough. Waiting is like literally saying I'm letting the winds blow me into a particular direction and I've yet to be in a direction that I like. It's the same as true as feeling. Well, I'm waiting to heal. What are you actively doing about it? Stop delaying the transformative process. Get in there, do what it is you need to do. Feel the hard feelings. Let them come forward. Learn from them what you need to learn. Make notes. Write in a journal. I don't care. Just get it out of you. Process the feelings. On December 21st, he pissed me off, or she pissed me off. This is what they did. This is what they said. This is how they hurt me. Get it out of you. And understand it was best done that way. The sooner you can accept it, the sooner you can go through your energetic conversion. And now, I'm typically not the person to advocate rushing. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in the phrase, get over it. I think that's an asshole thing to say. Just because other people are sick and tired of hearing your story doesn't mean you're done with it. Okay? And the reason you still talk about it or feel it is because you're not done with it. Don't you want to be done with this? I don't advocate just get over it. What I am saying is finish it up. This is a project that's overdue and should have been turned in a long time ago. If you remember your school days and the college days, you have an assignment that was overdue a long time ago. So I'm not telling you to get over it. What I'm saying is you need to finish it up. And I know that because there's so much time attached to this healing, because you keep getting in the way of it. Be the phoenix. It is what you do. The more you deny it, the more you deny your true self. And in moving on. Time to finish it up. Your homework for transformation is overdue. Other than that, it's pretty damn straightforward. This is beautiful. Don't fucking miss it. I don't know who or what that is, but your response to it is that your fire is finally out and free. And for the first time in a long time, you feel really balanced. And not only do you seem to be on a sun trajectory, which is the happiest card in the deck, so too are you on the stars pathway. That's a brilliant combination. The only thing we're missing here is the moon. And the moon, in conjunction with the sun, oh my God, that spiritual balance of yin and yang. It is gorgeous. That's the only one you're missing there, honey. But even then, this is quite remarkably balanced and gorgeous, and it's not just you. I don't want you to miss it. Because of what? An overdue homework assignment regarding pain? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth missing out on this portion of your life. For what? Something or someone that hurt you how many years ago? Months ago? Accept it, process it, finish up your damn homework. Okay. If you're going to take control, do it the right way. The Emperor is trying to control the negative feelings, and in so is just delaying your healing. So take control in the right way. Use your strength, not your Emperor, yeah? There we go. I think you've had a remarkably straightforward reading otherwise. I think this was a beautiful representation of what moving on and moving forward is all about, so I appreciate that. Thank you for setting the star example. Virgo had a rough one. You know, Taurus had their points. Capricorn, I can't quite recall. But I think yours is a fantastic representation of why I built this board. Good job. Just finish up the damn homework, honey. Just finish it up. It looks like you'll make an A. What's in here? Okay. Important conversation? Yes, with you. Ha! Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate you. So with the oracles, they build quick bridges between some of the concepts that we're talking about. So rough translation here. Important conversation, isolation. What the hell was I talking to you about? This involves no one but you. It is your time to isolate, or what we call the withdrawal process. It is Scorpio's natural process. Stop fighting it. Give yourself the space you need. You owe no one an explanation other than yourself. Hey, Scorpio, important conversation. This is what we've been putting off. I'm going to give myself this space, this time right now, to cry my heart out, say what I need to say to myself, have that conversation. You think I haven't had conversations in the mirror, honey? Those are some of the most important conversations you will ever have, is when you are right there with you. No one else can give you closure but you. Everybody thinks they need that person, that situation, that circumstance. No, because even if you get it, you may not still be satisfied with it. What does that come down to? Closure of the self. Only you can give you closure. What do I sound like? Only you can prevent forest fires. That's what that sounded like, didn't it? That's also true. Only you can prevent, and we are entering the summer season, so be mindful of that, yes? But yes, important conversations. It's time for you to go within, isolate, and I don't mean depressing qualities, guys, okay, where you cut everything off in that respect of I'm in pain and there's nothing I'm doing about it. I mean, this is being proactive with your pain, being proactive with your isolation, being proactive with your four swords and your hanged man. Okay, it is within, again, your skill set. Like I said, not everybody understands it, and they think that we're being, you know, little emotional shits that withdraw. They don't understand us. They don't need to. It's about you and doing what it is that you need to do. Okay? Meaningful coincidences, regrets, yeah. So you've been getting little hints and things from the universe, those little coincidences that keeps you reminding about that situation of the person, and they keep trying to trigger within you that Five of Cups energy so that you'll deal with it. And every time you get one of those little coincidences, let's say you hear that song that reminds you of them, you see their initials real random, like I don't know, those meaningful little small coincidences that keep triggering your Five of Cups regret. And it just reinforces that you're not over it. So what does your Emperor do? He comes down and blocks that energy. It's like, don't feel that. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Yeah, it is. It's the universe's way of saying you're not done with this. Get back to it. I know it seems like, why? I didn't need to hear that today. It just reminded me of that. It was supposed to. That shit happens all the time. And it's not meant to hurt you. It's meant to remind you of your unfinished hurt. Okay? All right, anything else? Let's do one more shuffle on that. No time checks today. I just know it's coming up for you. That's all I got. And what that is, I don't know. I know some of you are recovering from that very strong connection. I personally, I hope this doesn't irritate you, but it is what it is. No matter what I do or say, I'm always irritating or pissing someone off, so that's what that is. I don't personally believe in twin flames. I think that's an overly exaggerated version of the runner-chaser dynamic, but hey, we got to dress it up so we can justify the crazy, right? So let's call it twin flames. Sure, why not? I personally think that's stupid. I do believe in soul bonds and soul connections, so that's how I choose to interpret that. It is our soul bonds and soul connections, also the lover's energy, that can hurt us the most. And that's because we're meant to learn something from it. If you did not have that close bond and or connection, you wouldn't have learned anything from it. You would have fucked off and said, well, that's what it is. Dusted your hands off and kept moving. So there was a lesson in here, in that pain, that you are still holding on to. And it was triggered by someone whom you were very, very close to at the soul level. And that's why it hurts that much more, which means you are that much more responsible for working through it. The more powerful lessons obviously hurt the more, and they have to come from soul bonds, else we wouldn't have learned or paid attention to it. Okay? Which is to say, I don't devalue your pain. I understand it probably came from a connection that was strong. How else would you have paid attention to it? Okay? So, there you go. New love, take control. Seen it. Seen it. I didn't need to explore it further. I just know, I knew, and I told you straight away, it's not just you. There's someone whose energy you balance with very strongly in equal measure, sun for the star, and then we have justice. Forget about it. It's all over. It's balanced. Their energy's out, it's bright, it's vivacious, and it's confident. The same energy that's been trying to break through this whole time until the Emperor energy. Thank you very much for your service, okay? But I had you out there in play for the wrong reasons. I want to be the Empress now. I want to be the King, Queen of Wands now. Thank you very much, Chuck. All right, but you can go ahead and get off the throne now. I don't need you to try to control the energy now, okay? All right, anything in here for the yin-yang? Oh, yes, very good. I meant to get these under an hour. Not bad, not bad. No charms, no time checks. You have work to do. It'll come to you when it comes to you. Earliest, summer. That's a lot of summer energy. I don't think it's as far out as Libra season, but we'll call it summer. And for some of you, sooner rather than later, but I'm not entirely sure that's what I'm talking about, baby. It's time for that shadow side. It's time for that retreat energy. All the shit that causes you the most fear. Just do keep in mind, if you are true Scorpio, this is your superpower. The reason we are Death and the Tower is because we are the sign most capable of dealing with the hardest shit. You're not giving yourself enough credit to go to the dark side of the moon. You cry what you need to cry. You feel what you need to feel. Accept what you need to accept. And transform that energy into something that works for you, not against you. Okay? This is what we do. This is what we do. Be the Phoenix. You got to get in there, kick that shadow side's ass. We all got it. And the more people who deny their shadow sides are the more likely to repeat their mistakes. They're not willing to learn from them, you know. And do you want to be that repeater? Or do you want that fantastic slice of life? Okay. Past, I know. You're still suffering from the past, and it's a form of self-deception in that you won't address it. I'm not saying you're being self-deceiving. What I'm saying is it's a form of deception and you purposely not dealing with the feelings of the past. And it becomes deceptive only if it affects your present or future-oriented energies. That's when it becomes deceptive, because guess what you started doing? That's an opportunity, but not really. I'm not taking it seriously, or it looks like it's too much of a pain in the ass, and you start shooting things down. Okay? We don't want that. That's how we deceive ourselves, okay? We tell ourselves we're not ready, or you know what, it's probably not that great, or you know what, it's because the energy is too small to sustain the viability of it, because look at where you are, yeah? And yet here it is, boom, blazing, Mars, the hot, it's the Ace of Wands energy. There is something here a couple of times. There is something here a couple of times. Your energy also wants to be so damn free. There's an apology, forgiveness. So forgiveness. Let's talk about forgiveness. It's not too dissimilar, excuse me, long day, dissimilar from closure. It is at will to forgive. The other person or situation, circumstance, family member that you are struggling with, you can forgive them without them knowing. It's a choice. If you forgive, you do so for you and your peace of mind and for your sanity and because I want to get the fuck on with my life. They don't need to know. No one needs to know that you've forgiven them. It's a personal choice. You forgive what you need to forgive if you're able to. And that's one of the things that you don't know if you're going to be capable of forgiving the situation or the person unless you go within. And one of the things about going within, honey, you might discover that you're not ready to forgive them or forgive yourself. Or you might be. but you're not going to know until you go within. Forgiveness is a choice, and you have to choose it every day in order to get on with your life. But if you cannot forgive that person or the situation, etc., and sometimes people have reason to, you can at least forgive yourself. I accept this. I absorb this. That situation or whatever was shit. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it for me, not them, or whatever. Let's say you're not in a position to forgive them. Like I said, it happens, and it's not a requirement. But you can forgive yourself for participating, for allowing yourself to wallow in the pain longer than you should have. You're going to owe yourself if you do that. Not them, you. It's you who owes you at the end of the day if you don't take care of your business. You don't want to know what that future check's going to look like if you don't deal with it. So you forgive you. I absorb this. I cut the check for this. Don't worry about it. This bill's on me. That's what we do. And that gives us the power to transform or to kill and walk away and really feel it and mean it and know it was in our best interest. Okay? Forgiveness is very much a personal choice. Apologize to yourself first and foremost. I'm sorry, Scorpio, that I have not been allowing myself to feel these things, and I probably should have. It's only hurting me, so let's do this thing. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? I kind of feel something. I already saw the new love and taking control in the right way. I got that. There's something in here, though. No charms. I already said that. As we all know, I love to repeat myself. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Chemistry. No shit. Yeah, you're going to have chemistry with somebody relatively soon, and it will be balanced. Express your love. It's safe. It's safe. It's safe. Yeah, I got an incoming soulmate here. This is all future-oriented. I saw it here. It took on the love path. Some of you have work opportunities. For others of you, it's a new sense of passion. I see you kind of declining and or pushing away from both of those. They're going to be reminders for you. Hey, it's time to get back out there. But there is something else in here for you in future that looks like it has more of a summer energy attached to it. So that could be anything from now to over the next several months that says, this could kind of be a big deal, Scorpio. Make sure you're ready for it. And I want you to be. Okay? All right, that's enough. Put in the comments as you see fit. I do hope you enjoyed moving forward. The idea is, again, critical self-awareness. You will always be, first and foremost, your best investment. Especially if you are that person in this life, you feel like not many people invest in you. That means you become that much more of a priority. You must invest in you. Understand your own value. You are worth the time to withdraw. You are worth the time going into the dark side of the moon to understand your feelings. You are worth the time of allowing yourself to feel those painful things, accept them, digest them, transform them. You are worth that time. Okay? All right, next round of readings. It's either going to be the in-depth version of yours and theirs or intimate tarot, as I do have a fair amount of demand to start justifying rotating them more often. I haven't decided which is which yet, but it'll be one of those two. All right, Scorpio honey, I hope this helped. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.